Lesley, I'm glad you're here. What took you so long?
Just the greeting I was hoping for.
I'm sorry. How's that?
Well, actually, I had my heart set on some iced tea.
Oh, something's wrong.
How about 2 traffic jams and a flat tire?
Is that why you're late?
Baby, you ought to check your watch. Usually I get home at 7 o'clock. You're the one that wanted me home very early this afternoon.
I'm glad you are.
Well, perhaps you can tell me what the big deal is, and maybe I'll be glad, too.
Well, there isn't any big deal. I just had the day off, and I thought it would be nice if we could spend it together.
You mean the 2 of us? You and me alone? Da-da?
Yeah, something like that, unless, of course, you'd rather just have iced tea.
Well, what I think you're talking about, I'm never too tired for that, baby.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm not talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about something different.
Something different? It can't be something better, because, you know, in my book, there is nothing in the world that is better.
No, I said something different.
Oh, like what?
Like a surprise. You interested?
Hi.
That's a surprise.
Well, you know I had the early shift today.
No, I'm talking about this little thin slip of paper from the bank. Last time I got one of these, it was bad news.
I'm so glad to see you too, sweetheart.
Yeah, no, usually you get something like that. It says... Oh, this has got to be a mistake. This cannot be.
Can't be what?
It says we're overdrawn. We can't be overdrawn. That's why I gave you that dividend check the other night when you went to the casino. So we'd be sure and be covered. Well, you have the deposit slip, so I can check it out. You do have a deposit slip, right?
Oh, yes, of course.
Lesley, may I have it, please?
Right now?
Yeah, the sooner I get it taken care of, the less embarrassment for everybody.
Well, I tell you, you can just wait a second because I'm going to go make myself some lemonade. I had a hard morning at the hospital and I am exhausted.
You want some coffee? We could be here for a while.
That's all right, I'm fine.
On the contrary, my friend. You're in a great deal of trouble.
Look, Robert, I have nothing to hide, so why don't you just come right out and ask your questions?
Well, you see, I've got this theory, Grant. You see, I think you already know what the questions are.
I assume they have something to do with Bunny Willis.
Big pals, you two. High school, college, pre-med. Goes way back.
That's right.
Yet we've just fished him out of the Port Charles River. You don't seem too upset about that.
No, Robert, that's where you're wrong. I am extremely upset about it. But considering the way that I was told and what has happened to me since I was told, I'm a little upset about my own welfare, too.
And well, you should be.
But damn it, Robert, I feel terrible about what happened to Bunny, but I can't tell you how it happened.
He was murdered.
Yes, you said that.
Yeah. Gerald was murdered, too.
No, Robert.
And Natalie. Almost forgot her. Now we can add Bunny Willis to the list. 3 people. All murdered. And the one thing they had in common, Grant, was you.
I told you it's a surprise.
Yeah, right. But now I'm asking what the surprise is.
Yeah, but if I tell you, then it's not a surprise anymore, is it?
Okay, that's the way you want to play the game. Well, maybe I got a surprise for you.
Oh, really? What surprise do you have?
Well, you have to go into the bedroom to find out.
The bedroom.
Yeah, the bedroom. You remember the bedroom. It's right up those stairs.
Uh-huh. And what am I going to find?
A bed.
And what else?
If you're lucky, me, right next to you, for the entire afternoon and most of the night.
Oh, well, I don't have to ask doing what?
Well, if you had to ask doing what, then I will withdraw the invitation.
Why?
Why? Well, because I'm a fond believer in spontaneity.
I know. I happen to live here, remember?
Oh, yeah, you happen to live here, but maybe that's it. Maybe we're getting too close together, and all the spontaneity is gone.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking? Here, I give you the offer of a lifetime, this tempting offer, and your reticence, or I should say maybe your refusal, leads me to believe that the magic's gone.
Oh, is that what you think?
Well, I just add it up, and that's what I think.
Oh, well, let's add this into the total. Well?
Nice. Very, very nice.
Is that enough magic for you?
Baby, that's not magic. That's levitation. Now, I'm really ready for the bed.
Now, wait a minute. No,
What?
you're just going to have to put that on hold.
Look, you know I don't like to be teased.
I'm not teasing you. I have a surprise for you. What you want to do can wait until later.
Oh, that's it. The magic is dead.
Get up.
Not without an explanation.
Okay. It's magic you want, right?
Right.
Well, then it's magic you're going to get. All you have to do is follow me. Come on.
Follow you?
Mm-hmm.
Where you going? Bedroom's this way. Where you going? Where you going? You what? What is this?
Oh, boy, I thought sure there were more lemons than that in the refrigerator. In fact, I know there were. I remember seeing them just 2 days ago. Oh, no, I know what it was. Fish for dinner last night. That's what it went. How could I forget something like that? The smell is still with us. Definitely one of the major drawbacks to having fish for dinner.
Lesley,
Uh-huh.
we were talking
What?
about the deposit slip.
Right, we were about the deposit slip.
Did you lose it somewhere? Did you leave it at the bank?
No, it's worse. I forgot to deposit the check.
And that's why all the oratory.
Mm-hmm.
Were you going to tell me about it?
Yeah, I was working up my courage. I didn't mean to forget. Well, you know, I took Blackie to the casino, and I just stopped in for a second to see what was going on. But I got into a conversation with Tiffany. Now, you know what that is like. And by the time I left there, I just had forgotten all about it. Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, that's all. I mean, that's the whole story, right?
I slipped my mind, and I'm sorry, and it will never happen again.
Well, there's no big deal about it. If you will give me the check, I will go down and make the deposit now. I'll explain to him what happened, and they'll understand, I'm sure.
Sweetheart, no. I did it. It's my fault. I will take care of it.
Well, I'd kind of like to do it myself. I start work next week, and I think maybe I should make some trips out into the real world.
Well, what does Monica have to say about that?
I don't know. I haven't mentioned it to her.
Don't you think you should?
No, I don't think she'll see there's any problem to it.
Well, she is your doctor, and the last I heard, you were still under house arrest.
Lesley, I will call her at the hospital.
Rick?
Well, a little stir-crazy around here. I just need to get out.
Rick,
I'm
sweetheart.
sure there's...
I'm
What?
sorry. I'm sorry, but I happen to know that Monica's in surgery. I'll let you.
I think you're being just a slight bit obstinate in this whole
No,
thing.
I'm not being obstinate. I just really want the best for you, and that certainly is a complete recovery.
Well, if it means that much. All right.
Okay, thank you. I'll leave as soon as I get Mike ready for the circus. Darling, sit down, relax. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about things.
Oh, Edward, I'm so glad you're home. I tried to call the office, but they said that you'd already left.
Well, I stopped by the club to see Schmidt and pick up the $10 he owed me from that last gin game. Believe me, you got to corner that crazy German if you ever expect to get paid.
Edward, please, you've got to listen to me.
See, what's the matter? You look awful, and you never look awful.
When we got back from the bus station today, there
Bus station? What were you doing there?
Oh, no, we weren't at the bus station. We were at a restaurant by the bus station. But that is not the point. When we got back, Robert Scorpio was here.
No? So you're all friends?
No, he wasn't here as a friend.
Oh. Well, that just leaves police commissioner.
Yes, he had some terrible news. He said that Bunny Willis, you remember Bunny, Grant's friend?
Yeah.
Well, he was found dead at the bottom of the Port Charles River.
Dead?
He was murdered. It wasn't exactly the word Robert used, but then he took Grant to police headquarters. He didn't say why, he didn't say how long they'd be, he just took him.
Now, Celia, it's all right.
No, they're going to arrest him.
Oh, I doubt that he would do that. He just wanted to question him because he's an old friend of Bunny's.
No, I don't know.
Now, you mark my words. Grant is not the killer type. He'll be back home here before you know it.
No, Edward, I am serious. I don't think so. I don't think so. There's more to it than that.
Now, how do you know that?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just a feeling I have.
Feeling? Well, you know, Lila has feelings about this and that all the time, but do they ever pan out? Is she ever right? No, never.
No, Edward, please, you have got to help me. You've got to do something. We've got to get Grant out of there before it's too late.
Well, I suppose I could call Lee.
Lee, anyone, I don't care. Just you have to get him out of there. Please.
I'm going to be frank with you, Celia. I think you're exaggerating this all out of proportion.
I hope you're right. I really do.
Yeah. Well, you know, Lee's services don't come cheap.
I don't care. I don't care. Whatever it costs, we'll pay.
Even if all this turns out to be a false alarm?
Even then.
Yes. Is Lee in? Edward Quartermain calling. Oh, I see. Any idea when he'll be back?
Leave a message.
Well, just tell him I called. He can reach me at home.
Tell him it's urgent.
It is very important. Thank you. Well, there you go. It's all done.
Well, did they say when he'd be back?
Very shortly.
Are you sure he'll call back?
Oh, yeah, he knows which side his bread's buttered on.
Edward, we have to get going. We can't leave him down there very long. We have to go. We have to move.
Celia, I hope I'm not out of line in saying this, but it seems to me that your reaction to all this is, well, shall we say, extreme?
Edward, my husband is in jail.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, they just took him down to headquarters. You don't know that anybody has been arrested. I mean, do you think Grant could be accused of something?
Of course not.
Does he know anything about Bunny's death?
Edward, why would he? No, that's ridiculous. Now, why would you ask something like that?
Well, you just seem to be so doggone upset.
Well, I am just worried that Robert might not believe him.
Why shouldn't he?
I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Well, take your time. We've got until Lee calls. I mean, knowing the way lawyers take time over lunch, that could be quite a long time.
Edward, will you please not ask me any more questions? Just help me out. I don't know what else to do. I don't know where else to go. I am scared and I am worried. And I have to find a way to put an end to this. Please, Edward.
All right, Celia. Tell you what I'll do. I'll take you over to Lee's office, and we'll wait until he gets back from lunch. Then we'll take him directly over to the police station.
Oh, thank you.
This is only because you're so concerned. I still say you're blowing it all out of proportion.
Oh, I'm sorry, Grant. I just cannot accept that.
Robert, I told you before, I didn't even know they were all murders until you just told me.
And you still maintain there's no connection between the three?
But if there's a connection, I don't know anything about it.
All right. Why don't we, talk about Gerald? Let's hear about his death.
Suicide.
You believe that?
You give me one reason I shouldn't.
What about that letter in the safety deposit box? Now, let it go now. How happy he was. The plans he was making for the future. How he wanted to be around and watch your children grow.
Robert, for your information and edification, I'm going to tell you something. Suicidal people are usually manic depressives. Their mood swings up and down from day to day. I assume that letter was written on an up day.
Very nice.
Yes, it's a theory.
What about Natalie?
About Natalie. I was with your wife, Holly, and Celia at the Quartermains when she was killed. I was nowhere near the hospital. And as far as Bunny Willis goes, I was concerned myself when he left Port Charles so suddenly. I called him at home in Marin County. That was the last time I spoke with him.
Everything seemed all right?
As near as I could tell. In fact, I had no idea that he'd returned to Port Charles.
Let's talk about the telephone conversation.
Celia and I were concerned. He left without saying goodbye, so we called him at home.
Celia spoke to him too.
Briefly.
And that was the last you heard from him?
Robert, how many times do I have to tell you? Yes, that was the last I heard from him.
Any idea who might want him dead?
None. Everyone who knew Bunny loved him, including me.
Grant, are you prepared to swear to all of this?
Yes, I am.
Will you take a lie detector test?
He's hesitating.
If he refuses, where do we stand?
Up to our navels in legal work.
Wait, he's gonna say something.
All right, Robert. If you really think that's necessary, I'll take your test.
You don't have to, you know.
Oh, don't talk him out of it.
I have nothing to hide.
Good. I have some papers for you to sign.
Run for it.
Yeah, these tests, they're not conclusive, but at least they'll give us a starting point.
You're convinced he's a mole.
No, not at all.
Oh, come on, you just said.
Hey, don't get me wrong. He's involved. Yeah, I know that for sure. But as to how far that involvement goes, that's another story altogether.
Yeah, well, Robert's gonna have to break him first.
It's all right. If he can't, we have other methods of getting through. Mind telling me precisely what the Webbers could have to do with a wonderful afternoon for just the two of us?
Did I say just the two of us?
Well, not in those exact words, but you indicated that you had a surprise from you for me.
Actually, the surprise is for both of us.
Look, I don't like playing games. Will you tell me what it is?
All you have to do is knock on the door.
That'd be good.
Listen, if you don't have a good time today, there's something seriously wrong with you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're here, thank heaven. Come in.
You were expecting us?
15 minutes ago.
Sorry, we got a little hung up at our place.
Yeah. Would someone please explain to me what's going on?
You're here!
No?
Hi, Mike. You all ready to go?
Sure, I've been ready to go all week. You guys are the greatest for doing this.
This is the surprise?
We really appreciate this, deal.
Goodness, yes. With me working double shifts and Rick laid up and Blackie taking care of the casino, you were our last hope.
You sure it's not too much trouble, then?
No, not at all. I've been looking forward to this as much as Mike has.
Well, it's all we've heard.
Wait, just a moment, please. I hate to interrupt, but would someone explain to me precisely what's going on?
You don't know.
Well, I thought I'd surprise him. Go ahead, Mike. Why don't you do the honors?
Well, it's just the biggest thing in town since the Sutton and Funkel concert. The circus! The big top! The greatest show on earth.
The circus?
Yeah, you know, lions, tigers, clowns, guys on swings.
Trapeze artists.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. Would you please excuse us for a moment?
Sure, of course.
Okay, now, just explain it to me.
What's there to explain? It's just like Mike said. We're going to the circus. You know, lions, tigers, elephants.
I hate elephants. Anything that big I worry about, the same as lions.
You gotta be kidding.
I hate circuses, Bobbie. They are noisy, they're crowded, they're dirty.
Come on, Brock. You're gonna have fun. Besides, we'll see the whole thing through Mike's eyes. It's gonna make you feel like a kid again.
Yeah, well, I had a particularly rough childhood, and the last thing I want to do is to relive it.
Brock, have you ever been to a circus?
Oh, come on. Everybody's been to a circus.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I asked you a question.
Have I ever been to a circus? No, I've never been to a circus. That's right. But I saw one on television once.
That's the same thing on
was a
TV.
ball.
Well, that doesn't matter. You've got to be there to really enjoy it.
Is there a problem?
Yes.
No. Brock has some appointments that he might have to cancel.
If I can.
Well, the phone is all yours, please.
We're still going, aren't we?
I don't know, Mike. Brock might have to take care of some business.
Yeah, kid. I got some business that I have to take care of, some appointments. You understand, kid?
Yeah, I understand. Business.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Well, listen, maybe I can cancel those appointments, kid.
Could you? Really?
Sure, sure. I mean, it's not every day you can go to a circus, right?
Thanks a lot, Mr. Brock. Thanks a lot.
Oh,
Sure
we
thing.
surely do appreciate it.
Oh, sure thing, kid.
Okay, we're going to have him home before it's too late.
All right.
Hey, you be good, Tiger.
I will.
Okay.
Have fun, all of you.
We will. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy.
Mike, why don't you run to the car? We'll be right there.
Bobbie, I don't like being conned like this.
Oh, come on, relax, Mr. Spontaneity. You're going to have a great time.
Robert, don't you think you might be overdoing it just a bit? You can't really believe I had anything to do with Bunny's death.
It's called covering all bases.
Well, I've read that these things are not always reliable.
True. They have been known to be wrong, but they can generally give you an idea as to what's bothering a person.
Do I look like anything's bothering me?
As a matter of fact, you do.
It's not.
Let's wait and see what the machine says, huh?
My word isn't good enough for you, huh?
I'm afraid not. You see, in my line of work, you come across a lot of lies, a lot of attempts at deception. After a while, you get a sort of a sixth sense as to what the truth really is. And in this particular case, I think there's a whole lot that you're not telling me, hence the machine.
All right, Robert. Your machine's gonna pick up that something's bothering me. Because something is. I'm very bothered by Bunny Willis's death, but not for the reasons you think. He was my best friend. We grew up together.
I know that.
Then what is this all about? The last thing I'd want is for something to happen to him.
How we doing?
We're just about there.
You know, Robert, I've told you, I really don't think this is all necessary.
And I've told you. It is necessary. Now, in order to get an accurate reading, we need you to relax.
Methinks he doth protest too much.
Yeah, well, what does that tell you?
Boy, is he hiding something.
Now all we have to do is find out what.
Ready here.
Grant?
Let's get this thing over with.
All right. Is your name Grant Putnam?
Yes.
Your wife's name is Celia?
Yes.
You're a doctor?
Robert, what
Answer
is...
yes or no, please.
Yes, I'm a doctor.
Are you nervous?
No,
Yes or no?
not really.
Did you know Bunny Willis?
Yes, I knew Bunny Willis, Robert.
And you were surprised when he came to Port Charles to visit you?
Yes, I was surprised.
Until I told you today. Did you know he was dead?
No.
I'll ask you that one again. Until I told you today, did you know that Bunny Willis was dead?
No. Is that all?
It looks like he's telling the truth.
Maybe.
But there doesn't seem to be any indication that he's lying.
Grant said it himself. These machines are not necessarily accurate.
So, you know nothing about Bunny Willis's death?
Nothing.
Yes or no, please?
No. Now, is that all?
I got one more, if you don't mind.
All right.
Did you kill Hector Gerald?
I did not. Oh, what? This is preposterous, Robert. Damn insulting. Now get these things off of me. I don't know what you're trying to pin on me, but you're not going to do it. Now get this machine out of here.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.